would like to start by acknowledging the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, upon whose ancestral lands the University of Sydney is built, where we celebrate your graduation today. The Deputy Chancellor, Mr. Richard Freudenstein, Presenting Dean, Professor Hans Pols, university colleagues, guests, family and friends, and most of importance, graduates. First of all, congratulations. It's a tremendous amount of hard work that you've been through, and to be here today is just a testament to your work. Congratulations to your family as well, because you must be just so proud. As a science graduate of the university 24 years ago, which is making me sound really old, I'm really extremely honoured to be here and presenting this address today. As I strolled through the gardens this morning, brought back lots and lots of memories, as I actually tried to find my way here with all of the new buildings. I remember going to the Wentworth bar to get canteen food. I remember spending an awful lot of time in labs in the chemistry building. And I really enjoyed the campus, the buildings, and I remember graduating in this great hall as well, which was a fantastic feeling. When I left school, I didn't know what I wanted to do or what I wanted to be. What I knew was I loved science, and so I went and I did a science degree. I came to the University of Sydney because I knew it was internationally recognised, and when I finished my degree one day and I went looking for a job, that my employers would know that I had a fantastic education. When I graduated from honours, I hadn't yet secured a full-time position. I had a part-time position in a lab. I'd been offered a PhD, and I was sitting there trying to work out where I was going to end up and what I wanted to do. And interestingly enough, or quite scary, I didn't actually want to spend the rest of my time in a lab. And so I sat there and I went, right, did I just waste the last 4 years of my life studying for a degree that, am I now going to use? And it was a really, really scary feeling. But the answer to that question is no. It was not a waste of time. It was actually quite an investment. See, as science graduates, you are the moral, ethical, and environmental compass of the world. Your training in science has taught you critical thinking, provided you with lots of experience in solid evidence-based approach to gathering information, evaluating large amounts of data, to solve complex problems. Fundamental evidence-based decision-making is crucial for governing the country, conducting scientific research, and building the next generation of industries that we're going to have. The world is your oyster. Look at Alan Finkel, neuroscientist turned entrepreneur and chief scientist. Angela Merkel, physicist, now Chancellor of Germany. And 20% of Australian CEOs of the top ASX companies in Australia have science degrees. As for me, I haven't wasted my time at all. My science education has provided me with the perfect platform, combined with marketing, to actually help researchers and inventors take their new technologies to market. A few of the inventions that I've been fortunate to assist with is wastewater for sewage systems, radiopharmaceuticals for cancer treatment and diagnostics, shrink wrap for your roof to protect you from the elements after storm damage, and software that helps disaster response teams share information, photos and videos in real time. In each role, I got to apply my chemistry understanding to help these new technologies turn into business speak, so that we could actually get them out of the lab into use for the health of our lives and the planet. I've learnt lots of lessons along the way after you graduate. There's lots of things you think you're going to be doing and how you're going to be doing it. And some of these lessons I thought I'd share with you. Just, make it a bit more real. First of all, do what you love. I love science. I love complex problem solving. And funnily enough, I actually like marketing too, which is something I never thought would happen for me. But this combination allows me to get out of bed every day and really enjoy what I do. When you work, you spend a lot of your hours doing it. You want to do something you really enjoy. Number 2, success is not how much money, promotions, or awards you may have. It's actually being able to enjoy what you do, enjoy the people that you work with, be paid appropriately and respected for what you do, and having the ability to make a difference. If you get rejected, which you will, you get rejected from jobs, award applications, proposals, whatever it is that you get rejected from in life. I had plenty of that, and at first it kind of knocks you around a bit, and so you have to build up that thing called resilience. That is one of the core values of the uni. For me, not wallowing in self-pity was a good thing to do, and so what I had to do was a different take on it. So every rejection that I came across, I had to think of it as, okay, so that wasn't for me at the moment. There must be something else better out there that's suited to me better at the moment. And funnily enough, that's always been the case. There's always been something else that's come up afterwards or something that's come out of it that makes it all okay. And even the most successful people have been rejected at some point. Walt Disney was fired because his boss said he lacked imagination and had no good ideas. Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first TV job because she was too emotionally invested in her stories. And scientist Enrico Fermi, his paper on weak interaction in 1933 was rejected from Nature for being too removed from reality. He actually won the Nobel Prize based on that fundamental research 5 years later. Karma. Number 4, put your hand up, volunteer and grab opportunities to expand your skills and your knowledge beyond your job description. These days, graduates are expected to have 12 to 15 jobs, careers, changes over your life. So constant learning is good for you and it's good for your career. Number 5, apply, apply, apply. What am I referring to? If you see that dream job that you think you want, but you don't think you've got all the selection criteria, apply anyway. I employ people now. When we actually put out a job description, it's what we'd like to have, right? It's our wish list. You don't always get everything on the wish list, and you always pick better attitude over the whole wish list. So don't count yourself short. I have done it, missed jobs, and then had people that were less qualified in charge of me afterwards and spent a long time kicking myself. So I graduated here 24 years ago. I let you in on the big secret that I'm obviously way older than the graduates here, or many of the graduates here anyway. And I remember the excitement about finishing and the nervousness of, would I see my friends again? How do I operate outside of a university environment? My God, I have to actually work, but it's a different type of work without the 3.5-month holiday. So, yeah, obviously lots of people are agreeing with that one. Well, in 1995, when I graduated, the world was very different. Only 35% of women were employed in the workforce. Only 13 out of 100 people had a mobile phone. And I didn't yet have access to email and the internet at home. Websites weren't common. The university in Qantas didn't have websites. You couldn't get onto Webjet or whatever and book something. there wasn't social media, which is so fantastic. Laptops, and particularly lightweight laptops, were not exactly everywhere. And flexible work just really didn't exist. So in 2011, I set up my company, GemMaker. I did it with $10,000. My staff are mainly women with caring responsibilities who all work flexibly from home. We all use the internet and cloud software to collaborate and communicate. We all use mobile phones and laptops. And not only do we have a website and many social media channels, of which I'll be posting something, I'm sure, afterwards, but we also design websites and social media for our clients. And female participation in the workforce is now at 60.5%. So the world is changing at a rate of knots, and it's continuing to change. So I've just told you about my graduation experience and what was out there. My job didn't even exist at the time I graduated. So, you know, who knows what environment you're moving into, so it's always about staying relevant. I had no idea where I'd be going, and here I am leading a company in technology commercialisation. What I did isn't rocket science, but it's the rare mix of my skills and experience which is in demand. And like me, as graduates, you don't necessarily know right now what's ahead in 10 or 20 years' time. So try to experience and learn as much as you can. Find out what you love and do as much of it as you can. The feeling is really awesome. And remember to give back to the ecosystem. When you rise up through the ranks, get the awards and have a platform, use it for good, to raise others up, right injustices, and make a difference. What do you love? How do you think you can make an impact? Thank you.